And welcome to Alumni Stadium for our second day of Friday Night Lights. We've got the Bishop MacDonEll Celtics going up against the GCVI Gales. And this is a tale of two teams. The Gales, I believe, are ranked first in the in D10, and BM the exact opposite there at the bottom.
Yeah, we saw the Gales last week. They had a great game. It was a nail-biter, but they did pull it off against Ross. BM, haven't seen them yet on Friday Night Lights, but we will see them here today and see what they're about.
Yeah, that game against Ross was a defensive battle, 10-8, but it did get really interesting at the end. GC had the ball, a fumble near at the other team's goal line. Ross could have came back, just the Gales defense stood up.
Yeah, definitely. Ball security. They fumbled the ball a lot last week. They're going to have to watch that right out of the gate. That can turn the game right away.
So we did see GC, as you said, last week. Maybe you want to go over a few of their strengths as a team?
Yeah, they run the ball really nice, but their defensive line is really good. We saw them last week. Their front seven, all of them are really good.
Yeah, also GC, they're not a team that is shy to pass the ball. Most of these teams in D10, they don't like passing the football.
Yeah, running the ball is easier in D10. And a lot of teams just run the ball. GC, they pass the ball in first, second, and third down situations last week.
Yeah, it's cool to see a healthy mix of passing and running. Also a very aggressive team. They went for it in a few third downs where they could have just kicked a field goal. A very aggressive team with the passing and going for it in third down. It's like you like to see that. So this BM team, seeing what GC did against Ross, which is another one of the better teams in D10, what are they going to have to do to maybe counter what GC's strengths are?
GC likes to get the tone set with the run. That's one of their strengths. They run the ball to the outside, sweeps with bend body, and he is fast. They're going to have to get right out there, set the edge, and stop him from getting outside.
So also to note, if you could see both the benches right now, there is a pretty considerable difference in team size. I believe BM only has about 25 players total on their roster, around there, where GC has got a packed bench. You see during national anthems, there was a vast difference in the size of each team.
Yeah, GC, obviously a bigger school, has more people, and clearly more people came out to their football team this year. Their bench is just packed.
Yeah, so many bodies, where as Bishop Mac, on the other hand, they're probably going to have a few key players play both sides of the ball.
Be interesting to see which ones do play both sides of the ball. We'll keep an eye out on that for you.
This BM team, last year, they went to the playoffs, which is very rare because they're a small school. Why is it that they're not having a great season this year?
A lot of their players were returning players from their grade 12 year, so 12 plus. And they were some really good players, and they lost a good portion of them, along with a lot of their grade 12 players. Most of that team consisted of grade 12 plus and grade 12s.
So that was pretty much the year then for BM, because I believe some people even got scholarships from that team.
A lot of players did. Harry Schonecker did. Kalen Frazier, Nick Guardiero, a lot did get scholarships.
Yeah, so that was probably one of the best BM teams they've ever fielded, where they are off to a cold start here at the start of the D10 season, as they will kick it off to start this game. And it'll be a little squib kick, it looks like. It is fielded at the 35. Now a decent little return, and they break it back. That's Anakin Guthrie on the return, and what a start for GC as they go up 6 on the opening kickoff.
Yeah, right there, I think it was a squib kick. Anakin Guthrie, we've seen him return kicks before last year, and here he picks this one up and just splits the middle. I'm not even sure he got touched.
I don't think a hand was on him whatsoever. So, yeah, that took 11 seconds for that lead to develop. I know we said first-place team versus the last-place team, but you can't have a lapse like that on special teams.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what happened. They squib kicked it, picked up, ran right through the middle, untouched.
Usually a squib kick, you see them down like immediately. They usually use a squib kick to negate a big return, and there's a big return off a squib kick.
The Gales will go up 6-0. Well, now 7 with that PAT being good.
So early hole here for BM. We won't see GC's offense just yet. Instead, the Celtic offense will trot out here for the opening drive.
And that just sucks the life out of team. When the first play of the game goes back for a touchdown.
You hate to see it if you are a Celtic fan, but yeah, this Gales bench, they're probably loving it, as honestly, they probably didn't need that score. It's a good way to start off the game for sure, but their offense is so good.
See what BM can do. Think they need a decent drive here. A 2-and-out would not be great for them.
Just something to maybe get some momentum, right? Seeing that the first play of the game went horribly wrong for them.
Yeah, definitely. Just a little confidence booster. Get your bench into it, because right now they look pretty deflated.
Not sure what the delay is here. So Parker Cullen is the quarterback from BM. They'll look to the air the first play. It'll be caught on that near side. A nice healthy gain on first. That was Devin Corbett with the catch on the screen.
But yeah, get the screen pass out right at the bat. Picks up 8 yards. That's a decent start. Coming out in the same formation. See if they go back to the screen.
They will go to the ground. Lots of flags on the play as that first down was picked up. That's Spencer Verdun on the ground.
Got a flag on the close side of the field and one on the far. I believe it's on GC.
I believe it will be on GC. So that will be a first down for the Celtic offense. So not a bad start here for BM. Not going 2-and-out. That's a good start. But they're going to need to keep up this momentum here on the opening drive.
Yeah, like I said, on first down, you want to at least get 5 yards. Get the offense rolling.
High snap. Colin looking in the air. That ball will be intercepted. Thrown a little bit high. I believe that is Anakin Guthrie that got that pick, and he's off to a great start here.
Yeah, pretty clean pocket there. Ball was just thrown a bit high, and Anakin Guthrie already off to a great game.
Yeah, a kick return, and now we've got an interception. That is a pretty good start for Anakin Guthrie.
Now we will see the Gales offense, led by Peyton Garvin at quarterback. And he is probably one of the best passing quarterbacks in this league.
Yeah, usually we don't see most coaches trust their quarterbacks to throw, but he loves to sling it in that GC backfield. We'll see a sweep to start off the game. There is a flag, and that is broken back for a very nice pickup near the 40.
And it's going to come back. Holding on GC.
We've seen this GC team fake the sweep a lot. I believe they did start out with a sweep, though, at the start of the last game.
Yeah, last week they started off with the exact same play. Except it didn't go that far. But it will come back with the hold.
Yeah, I didn't see the hold, but BM looks like early. I mean, it's early stages for sure, but they just can't really tackle at this point. I mean, we saw it in the return. That run was not a good sign. So they'll break out here on 1st and 20. They will run now with body, and that is a pretty positive play there for the Celtics as they'll stop them with only a short gain. It'll be 2nd and long.
I believe that was Spencer Verdun there on the tackle.
Yeah, we said the Celtics would have to have people playing both sides of the ball. Looks like Verdun's at running back, and he's on the edge today.
Will be 2nd down, and I believe 15. See what they come out with here.
They'll fake the sweep once again. Garvin looking downfield, escaping to his left, throwing now. He's got a man wide open, incomplete. That was Keon Robinson, who had a good game last week. It looks like the corner Kobe Griffin Randall tripped, but luckily it falls incomplete.
Yeah, we saw Robinson have a great game last week. That time Garvin gets out of the pocket. We think he's going to run. Robinson gets away and just through his hands. Now they will punt.
So yeah, good stand there from BM. That first play looked pretty bad, but the flag brought it back. A nice stop on the run, and then luckily that ball was dropped by Robinson, so they will get the ball back here. There's a punt that'll bounce. It'll be picked up at the 40.
No
there
yards.
is a flag, which will be no yards. That'll bring them up a substantial amount. That should be good starting field position for the Celtics.
Kobe Griffin on the return, brought down to the 45, a flag on the field.
I'm almost sure that flag was for no yards.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of these D10 teams kind of manipulate that rule. That time, I believe.
That time it was just a short kick.
Yeah, defenders were too close.
Brings the Celtics up to their own 48, first and 10.
That'll be a run up the middle. Quite a bit
Oh,
of
ball's
room,
out.
but the ball is out. Still loose, I believe. It'll be picked up by a Celtic. That was Verdun on the run there.
Nathan Frazier there with the recovery.
That's a big play. They just had Verdun isolated with the linebacker, but he must have punched the ball out because
I think he just lost that ball himself, to be honest.
Going on it for the Celtics, they will retain possession.
it'll still result in a positive gain. It'll be 2nd and 4 upcoming. A little bit of motion here. There's a pass that falls incomplete. And that is a quick 2-and-out from the Celtics. That pass was intended for Hayden Finoro.
Right off the bat here, it looks like BM isn't too afraid to throw. We saw in warm-ups, their quarterback does have a pretty good arm.
Yeah, he's been slinging it in warm-ups. But his receivers haven't been helping him out to start this game.
That's the second target, I believe, to Finoro. Last one was picked off, that one right through his hands. But not the greatest throw.
So we will see BM punt this ball away. And that ball will bounce and be picked up. Here's Guthrie once again. He's going to come to the near side and be tackled out of bounds at the 45-yard line.
Rory Collins with the tackle there.
Yeah, not as glamorous as his first return, but that should still set up GC with some good field position.
Yeah, we'll start this one at the 45. Last time had a penalty after a huge play by Alec McIntyre.
This opportunity to remind you that each and every week D10 Friday is brought to you by McDonald's restaurants of Guelph.
Don't be surprised if we see that McIntyre sweep again.
Yeah, it was
Well,
a big
definitely see
pickup.
the motion here.
And we do see the sweep here, and he has got so much room on that far side, slips a tackle, and is up near midfield, just short of a first.
Well, I think he might be short. Nope.
No, they're
Nope,
going to move
gonna
the
get-
chains. On that far side, it looks like GC set him up with some really nice blocks that could have broken big. So that play, the sweep, is
Believe
definitely a
it
threat.
was Jason Gay in the corner who broke that one up. Made a nice tackle.
This will be a run to body. He's bouncing off a few tackles. He's got some room, and he can really burn there on that far side. A nice tackle to get him out of bounds there.
Yeah, that's the speed of body we talked about last week and coming into this game. And right there was a run up the middle. Makes a quick cut to the outside and a huge gain there.
So yeah, that was Elliot Merriman on the tackle there. Touchdown saving for sure, because he's the last defender available to kind of push him out.
Now GC on the 25, 1st and 10.
Garvin looking air. Now he's going to roll to his right. Still going is Garvin. He will be tackled. Looks like he pushed his way up across the 20. They'll give him the 19-yard line, I believe.
I think they're going to give him. Let's see where see where he spots it.
Yeah, they're still
about
trying
6.
to find a spot. Yep. 6-yard gain on 1st, so it'll be 2nd and 4 upcoming. So BM, we've seen them kind of get gashed with the run game. Is there anything they could do to stop that?
They got to set a good edge. The one by Body was up the middle, but the sweeps to McIntyre, they got to set the edge. Their corners got to do a better job of tackling. Gahan did stop McIntyre from breaking a huge run that last time, but they're going to have to set a good edge.
They're going to go to the air with a screen. That's Reese Collins. He will make his way up to the 1, trying to barrel himself through some bodies there, and that'll be a 1st down.
Reese Collins last week came up with a couple of big catches, ended up getting the McDonald's player of the game.
Yeah, he had a good game. I mean, I don't believe he had any touchdowns, but it was such a low-scoring game. He made the impact of having a few nice catches, picking up some firsts. And as you see, there's a nice little screen pass they flew to him, and he picked up a good gain there as we got 1st down on the goal line, I believe, maybe the 1. And they will look to the air, a wide-open receiver that'll be caught for a touchdown. Johnny Wagman with the catch.
Johnny Wagman, a guy we saw a lot last year. He was at linebacker last week. Looks like he was in at fullback this time. Out in the flat, catches the ball, and that's a touchdown.
Yep, uncovered. And that is a great start for GC as they are up 13-zip, and we'll see if they can knock through this PAT.
Yeah, Johnny Wagman was a guy last week. We thought we might have to watch, but he was on the defensive side of the ball. We see him out here on offense and see what he can do.
So Magyar Stanton doesn't have trouble knocking that through.
Just enough height, a line drive through the uprights, making 14-0 Gales.
In BM, their first drive looked pretty good then. Anakin Guthrie messed that up with an interception.
Yeah, so are they going to have to change anything up here? Have you liked what you've seen from their offense?
If the passes were accurate, yes. I like their quarterback has a decent arm. If he starts finding his receivers, getting a bit of confidence, I feel like they can put a good drive together and get this score cut in half.
Cullen's going to go to the air, looking for Fenoro once again. That's into double coverage, and it falls incomplete. That's the only receiver he has targeted, I believe.
He did target Devin Corbett on the screen.
Forgot about that in the first play. But down the field, it's really been Fenoro.
And he hasn't done too much either.
So we've got 2nd and 10 upcoming. And they will set up the screen. GC had a pretty good coverage team on that, and it'll be sewn up for a loss of 1, I believe. That'll be 3rd and 11 upcoming. That's Corbett with the catch.
And they will punt that ball.
So now GC kind of knows that that screen is coming.
Yeah, they've come out in that personnel set in that package many times. And they usually run or throw that screen out of it, as we've seen so far in this game.
High snap here. The punt is up and high. That should result in some good field position. There will be no yards call there, as Guthrie's going to look to turn it back, and he has got so much room on that far side. One man to beat, I believe. No, that's a very nice tackle from behind. That was Stefan Funkenhauser.
Yeah.
Anakin Guthrie going
I thought Guthrie was gone there.
I did as well.
End zone, but Stephen Funkenhauser says, oh no.
So Guthrie's having a very good start to this game.
Yeah, already a kick return and an interception, and they're a big return. Gives his offense great field position.
So they will set up at the 28-yard line. They're going to run this ball. Body's got room on the far side. He does have a block. He will step out of bounds, but not before picking up the first, I believe. They will mark him at the 15, move those chains.
And our return set up the Gales beautifully.
First and 10 on the 15-yard line.
Don't be surprised if they take a shot for the end zone here.
So we're just approaching the 4-minute mark here. Low snap. Garvin picks it up. Pump fakes. Now rolling to his left. On the run. Still looking. Now he's going to tuck and run. And he'll be tackled around the 10-yard line, maybe just short of there. That was Rory Collins on the tackle.
Collins on the tackle for the Griffins. Short gain for Garvin on the ground. Second and call it 6. Scotty. The Griffs.
Garvin on the run there. I did think he had a man, Muhammad Ali, in the back of the end zone. Elected to just take it. Picked up about 3.
Yeah, he had like 2 or 3 pump fakes on that roll to the left. Eventually decided to just take and keep. As we've got a 2nd and 6 upcoming.
Perfect segue, guys.
And that'll be a run to Body. He will be short picking up that first, and it'll be 3rd down. We've seen this GC team be so aggressive on offense. I wouldn't be shocked if they go for it here.
Yeah, because a score here could... That's pretty much game.
Yeah, they
I don't want to
really
count
ice it.
anyone out before the first quarter's over, but they score here.
Well, the way this game's been going, just knowing that these two teams have such a difference in skill level, seeing their records, that this would really put a dampen on BM's chances of pulling anything off here. That is a high snap. Garvin's going to try to make the most of it. It's going to throw a prayer up. It'll be incomplete.
There is a flag on the play.
That's on the near side, near the goal line. We'll see what that is.
I'm kind of shocked how that was a nice ball off the back foot.
Yeah, back foot just tossed it up there. Maybe hopefully a receiver could come up with it.
Let's see what this flag's for.
This offensive GC looks to be staying. No, they will come back. I believe they know it's on them.
Was a false start there.
Penalty will be declined, and BM, well, not the greatest field position they'll start with. They will have the ball.
That's a good job by that defense, though. Anakin Guthrie returned that ball to around the 31 play. It was at the 15 from Ben Body.
Yeah.
And to get that stop.
Held him without a score, like not even a field goal. That's big for that BM defense, as we'll see their offense try to go to work here.
Could give them a bit of confidence.
So BM, though they are one of the lower teams in D10, they are really pass heavy here. There's another ball, but that air attack hasn't really worked out so far.
Yeah, they seem to be very pass heavy. We haven't seen anything really completed besides those screens, but see if that can improve throughout the game.
So do you think maybe go to the running game? Or we saw one carry from Verdun. He did fumble there.
We saw the one. It was offside, so either way it was going to be a first down, but he did pick up the first down. Haven't really seen him too much.
There's a pass that is complete, and maybe the air attack is all right because they pick up a first down in around a 15-yard gain with Fenoro there.
Yeah, we've seen Fenoro heavily targeted so far in this game. He gets the ball there, takes it for a positive gain.
Yep, his first catch of the day. They'll go back to the screen. They have some room. There's Corbett, and I'd give him 5 around there. It'll be 2nd and 5 upcoming.
Guthrie was so close to blowing that up again, but I leave the block by Finaro there. Freed Corbett up. Still only ran the ball twice.
So they will run this ball. Big hole there for Verdun's. Going to bounce off a tackle, get to the 40. Takes a big hit there, but will hold on to the ball, and that will be a first down.
That was a quarterback draw there. Nice job by Verdun. Found the hole. It was a pretty big one, but he did find it. Picks up that first down.
Yeah, picked up around 10 on that play. They're up to the 40-yard line, and this offense is looking a little bit better. Colin looking air once again. That'll be incomplete, high, intended for Finaro.
Not sure what he thought Finaro was doing. Finaro ran a curl there.
Yeah, and that ball was definitely not there.
I'm not sure if that was just a terribly thrown ball or there was a bit of miscommunication there with Finaro.
Yeah, for sure something's not clicking here, as it'll be 2nd and 10 upcoming for BM. They're going air once again. Pressure is coming, and not much that Cullen can do as he is sacked immediately. That was Enzo Joe on the pressure, and he will pick up his first sack, the first sack for GC's defense today, and it'll be 3rd and long. And here comes the punt unit.
I think Joe was the first one in, but there was multiple GC bodies coming there. Nothing Cullen could really do.
Yep, so 3rd and very long is upcoming. Though they did stall out at around the 40. That was an all right drive, maybe. Just they had a few good plays.
They did start that drive, I believe, at the 8-yard line. Or 12, somewhere around there.
So that punt was muffed initially, picked back up, and he'll be down around the 50-yard line. That was Guthrie once again on the return, and that will bring us to the first quarter break. We will switch sides for the start of the second quarter. So we'll start the second quarter off here with GC on offense. That'll be that sweep to McIntyre. He's got so much room on the near side. Looking to fight for more yards. Makes one man fall and is finally brought down just short of the 30-yard line. That was Funkenhauser on the tackle. But McIntyre's been very productive on that sweep so far.
Yeah, last week we saw them fake it a lot. The start of the half they ran it, in the first play of the game they ran it last week. And they didn't go back to it. Here it looks like a priority for this team, and it's worked so far.
So they'll have a 1st and 10 here to set up. And they will go right back to that sweep. They just flip the side of the field. There is a flag as a second wave of tacklers will come in and stop that, maybe just short of the first.
I think that's going to be on GC. So it's the second time that sweep has worked quite successfully, and there's been a flag.
Yeah, so that'll be a hold, and that'll bring up 1st and 20, I believe.
Oh, I believe, yeah, it will. So 1st and 20 now. Last time it didn't work too well for GC when they did get that holding penalty on the sweep. They ended up punting.
Yeah, it was a run and then a missed opportunity on a passing play that would have picked up the first, as they will run with body, and it looks like that should break out for a nice gain. He'll pick up more than 10, around 13, 14 yards before he gets out of bounds.
Body's so quick. Oh, he gets to the outside so quick, and he makes so many people miss, and we saw this last year. He'd take 70-yard runs, and last week we saw it. He had a 50-yard run and fumbled near the end of the game on the goal line after that 50-yard run, which was unfortunate, but we still saw how he makes people miss and his speed.
Yeah, he's one of the running backs, very notable running backs here in D10. And this offense, they don't rely on him like some of their offenses rely on their running backs, as they have a healthy mix of pass and run, as we see them go to the air here. Rolling to his right, throwing wide open, receiver caught. It's Keon Robinson, touchdown, and that'll make it 20-zip.
Robinson was open that whole play.
Yeah, there was absolutely nobody on that side of the field picking up Keon Robinson. I believe Merriman was the closest defender.
Garvin didn't even see him until he was waving. But no one covered him on that play.
No, yeah, and that throw, it hit him like right in the numbers, but that held up there for quite a bit, and he was still open by the time he caught that football.
Now the PAT coming. It is 20-0 Gales.
That PAT will find its way through, and that will be 21-zip in favor of the Gales. A hot start for them, as they are the highest ranked team in D10 right now this year, as they're looking to cruise their way past BM. Got a healthy lead.
And that lead all started right at the start of the game with Anakin Guthrie taking the kick return yard.
Yeah, and that's so deflating for the opposition, as BM, you see their bench, they're very short-staffed there, as they've got not many players to play with, only about 25, as I said earlier, so really this is a tough game for them as they're playing one of the bigger schools.
Yeah, and GC's bench is just has so many people.
There's a first down run with Verdun. He will get near the 40-yard line for 4 or 5 yards.
Verdun on the run, pick up a 4, second and 6.
They'll give him 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6 upcoming.
The run game hasn't been too bad for BM today. They just haven't really used it.
Yeah, we'll see. They could come back to it here on 2nd and 6.
I would be surprised here, though.
No, they're going to pass. That ball will be picked off. Not a great throw. That's Anakin Guthrie, and he is going house. What a game he has had so far.
Yeah, he looks like the player of the game through the first half. That's his second interception, and that will be his second touchdown because, like we said, he had that kick return before. What a game.
Yeah, that's not a great thrown ball. He misses receiver, unless Anakin Guthrie was his intended target, because that went right to him.
Well, Guthrie has pretty much single-handedly destroyed this Bishop MacDonEll Catholic high school team.
Yeah, this has been just a demonstration of, he has been fantastic so far.
And remember, Bishop Mac was moving the ball pretty well in their first possession, and Anakin Guthrie came and messed that up.
So there is another kick that sails through, 28-zip.
Kick up, kick good, 28 points for the Gales. Celtics will take over on their own 35-yard line, 9:37 to go in this first half. T10 Friday Night Lights is brought to you by McDonald's Restaurant of Guelph.
Who wants to take PM on this, right?
So 28-0 the score after that pick six. And yeah, not the ideal position you want to be in here as an underdog team.
2 picks, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, it's been a rough one. It has been a rough one for BM. Like I said, they've been running the ball successfully. They just don't really go to it. And as I say that, it gets
I think
blown
that
up.
ball's on the ground as well. It'll be picked up by Cullen I'm not sure. I believe it'll be BM ball, but that's Verdun's second fumble.
Yeah, just as I say, their run game has been going decently successful. They fumble the ball and pretty much get no gain on that play.
They'll drop him a yard, 2nd and 11.
And this does look like a passing situation for the Celtics here. And haven't had much success in the passing game either. I believe it's around 4 passes completed. 6 if you include the other team.
As they will run back to Verdun. And that'll be short of a first.
And they will bring out the punt unit. They've had a lot of work today. Guthrie has had some good success on his returns.
Yeah, I don't think they're trotting out there, though.
I do not think he's out there.
It's Magyar, Santon, and McIntyre, the return team here for GC. As that punt will be picked up by McIntyre. He'll look to try to break a return on that far side. Trying to break a few tackles. He'll be hauled down over the 50. And that's where GC will start around the 49, maybe 48-yard line.
Decent field position here to start again.
Yeah, they're actually going to put it on the 50. I'm surprised with that spotting, but either way, some good field position.
And that is BM's 50. They will start the ball.
13 days from today will be the inaugural fall face-off. The national champion women's Griffins host their game
28-0. Gales do have the ball.
Low snap. Garvin picks it up, looking downfield. Pump fakes. Now he's going to sling it. He's got a man incomplete. 2 guys were in the area. That was Gabe Magyar Santon, his intended receiver.
No flag there on the play. Thought there could have been one. There won't be. That was a pretty nice thrown ball. Put it where his receiver can get it.
Yeah,
not
only
the
his
defensive
receiver
backs.
can get it, yeah.
2nd and 10.
And I believe that was a design play for the receiver there because I didn't really see any other routes going there.
So we will have 2nd and 10 upcoming.
Also, max protection there on that last play. Both running backs blocking.
We'll see Joe in the backfield here for GC as Garvin pump fakes. Now rolling to his left. Ball is out.
Flag on the play.
There is a flag as that BM bench does look pretty hype. We will see what that flag is.
However, the officials will discuss.
I believe that was Jack Schonecker who did get that ball loose. Garvin wasn't really protecting it too well. I have a bad feeling that this might be against BM.
Well, actually, see, and it looks like... No, I believe they're... Oh, it is against... Sorry, it's against GC. That'll move BM up to some very nice field position.
So that is a great play by Jack Schonecker there. Gets the strip sack, and they do recover. BM, I believe, with their best starting field position today.
Yeah, that's at the 42, maybe the 43-yard line. That's the best, yeah, like you said, the best starting field position is. They're going to sling it here. That ball is just out of the reach of his receiver. There is a flag on that near side. We'll see what that results to.
I believe that was Kobe Griffin, the intended receiver, and he did have a step on his man.
Another flag offside for the Gales, which will drive the Celtics up 5 yards.
But the flag will result in 5 yards for the Celtics. First down.
So that was a free play. That's why Cullen took that shot. And they're going to go to the ground here. Verdun making a few people miss, and that's a good pickup, as that will be a first down falling over the 30-yard line.
When Verdun's ran the ball, he's had a lot of success. But that's when he holds on to it.
Yeah, if Verdun's holding onto the ball, this running game is actually very reliable. But yeah, that's the only problem. Fumbles at this point. As that screen looks to be just blown up. Corbett looks to get a few yards, maybe 1 or 2 off it.
GC, once that ball was thrown, a swarm of tacklers came. I'm surprised Corbett even picked up positive yards, but he did a nice job to gain 3.
2nd and 7.
So, yep, 2nd and 7 upcoming. We will see them go to the ground here. Lots of space for Verdun, and he will fall over the 15. Around the 13-yard line is where he'll go down, and he has had a productive drive here as he's gotten the ball twice and picked up some nice gains there.
Yeah, big hole there for Verdun. He found it, and he's quick. You talk about body speed. Verdun is very quick. The Celtics now putting a decent drive here. Together here.
Cullen will snap that ball. He's looking. It'll be a delayed handoff. Verdun will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, picking up, I'd say, around 2 yards there.
Last time that draw play had a lot of success for Bishop Mac. This time, not so much. And that's one we haven't really seen in D10 before, a draw play.
They're going to go to the air. Now Cullen's going to speed off to his right. He's got some room, and he will be, I believe that pylon is down. I'm not sure.
They will mark him down right at the 1.
All right, so BM's now got the ball at the goal line. Yeah, tough to see from this angle. He was on that far side. I did see that pylon fall. It must have been knocked off by a GC defender. So do you just sneak it here?
I like the sneak. That's always a good option on the goal line or 1-yard situations. We've seen it in D10 a lot, and it usually works.
It looks like they're going to do it here. As no, it'll be a run to Verdun. I believe he's short. And no, they will give it to him. So Spencer Verdun finds his way to the house. And BM will get on the board here, 28-6.
Great drive there.
As I believe we have an injured Celtic.
No idea. I go with 26, yeah.
Yeah, I'll check YouTube one sec.
Thank you.
You see that jumbo packaging for Dunn does bring it in.
Yeah, 26.
And now we will see this PAT upcoming. This will be Jason Gahan with the PAT. Looks good up and through. And it's now to a 21-point game.
That all started with the strip sack by Jack Schonecker to give this team some life.
Yeah, that was massive. Then the penalty for, I don't know what that penalty
roughness,
was.
I believe.
Unnecessary
Moved
roughness.
him up to the 42, and
Yeah.
they just strung along a good drive there.
So that puts some life into this BM team, as other than that drive, their offense hasn't been great, but maybe this could springboard a nice little comeback and make an interesting game here out of it.
The thing is, they did most of that drive on the ground, I believe only completing 1 pass.
Yeah, and that pass, that was a screen that was really blown up. So that ground game is what did it for them. So maybe they'll go back to it a little more heavily next drive, as we'll see GC trot their way out here. Garvin, it's going to be a run up the middle to Body, as he'll break it to the near side. He'll go out of bounds before picking up 5. They're going to give him 4 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 6. And if BM can get a stop here, that would be pretty big, as there is a flag down. I'm not sure if the ref just dropped that. It doesn't look like they're spotting anything.
It might be a hold on Wagman. No flag, never mind. Forget I talked.
I was about to say, it looked like he just dropped that flag. Either way, so it'll be 2nd and 6 now. So a stop for BM could really change the tide of this game if they can get the ball back in decent field position going into the going into the half.
Going in the half, they can get this ball back. They might be able to do something. Still 4 minutes and about 30 seconds left.
That'll be a run to Body. He will be... No, he'll extend. That's a first down.
Body stretches enough. It looks like enough for a first down.
Just waiting to make sure they're going to move
Yep,
those
they're gonna give
chains.
it.
Yes, they will.
Chains move. First down.
Great
Gales.
second effort, though, by Body. He looked to be wrapped up.
He was wrapped up, extends while going down, gets the first down. Great job by Ben Body. Now 4 minutes left in this second quarter.
They're going to go to the air here. It's a screen to Reese Collins, and he's going to pick up a good chunk of yardage there. That's another first down for this Gales offense.
Now this Gales offense looks to be rolling.
Catch the run. First down. Gales now on the Celtics 52.
Approaching that 3-minute warning.
So now BM had a chance to hold them to a 2-and-out, but the extra extension from Body really extended this drive. And now GC's looking all right on BM's side of the field. It'll be a sweep to McIntyre, and that'll be blown up. A very nice play there. It'll only be a pickup of 3.
That's the first time we've really seen that sweep
On the sweep.
broken up.
Yeah, it looks like they finally figured out how to read it, as that was just a short gain they picked up. So now BM could try to force a punt still, but GC does like to go for it in 3rd down.
Will be the last play. I mean, sorry, that was the 3-minute warning. My bad.
So now Garvin's going to line up under center. Looks like a full house there, as Body's going to have so much room on this near side, and will be tackled as he dives across the 25 and out of bounds at about the 23-yard line.
I don't like the spotting of that ball. At the end of that play, Body extended.
Yeah, that's a little short. I think they're only going to give that to the 24-yard line. Either way, that's a nice pickup
So
there.
they extended at least to the 20.
First down Gales. 2:45 to go in the half.
Yeah, still lots of time to put this ball in the end zone. BM needs to stop here, though, if they want to have any chance in this game.
Turnover as well would be massive if they could force something like that. Their coverage in the red zone hasn't been fantastic, as they're just outside there. As there's another run to Body. He'll be swung down before the 10. That should be good for another first down. So now the BM defense is leaking a little bit of oil here, as Ben Body has really exposed this defense, picking up a few first downs here on this drive.
First and 10.
Yeah, Body,
13-yard line.
I believe behind Wagman, the fullback, has really ran this ball really well.
So it'll be first and 10 from the 12-yard line. And it looks like they will now bring a full house, as it'll be another run to Body. He'll bounce it outside, trying to get a tackle in. A nice juke move.
He was out of bounds.
Looks like he stepped out of bounds, though. Sent Elliot Merriman over to the band section, as that was a nice juke there.
The first half, called out of bounds, just shy of the end zone. Great display of athleticism by number 8 in green.
So it'll be maybe a yard short.
Of the first down, yeah.
Second and blades of grass.
Wouldn't be surprised if they went back to that full house there and let Body run.
Yeah. Ooh,
It'll be a high snap in. That'll be recovered by the Celtics, and that is massive for them. That's Zach Wessinger jumping on the fumble.
Just a bad snapping. Garvin was looking for the ball. He could not find that. Zach Wessinger picks up the ball. And now the Celtics do have a chance.
Yeah, because, I mean, I know they're starting with some pretty poor field position. If they could run the ball up to just any range to get points, that would be massive for them going into the half, just as a confidence standpoint to get points. Because that stop was big.
Let alone, I think that fumble is enough confidence. But then again, 2 plays and you punt the ball away. The Gales could get the ball back, and who knows?
Yeah, that's what you got to avoid, especially if you're punting from around, this would be from their own 10, if it was 2 incompletions. And we haven't seen the most consistent punting in D10. There's Cullen throwing. That will be caught.
I believe that's Zach Wessinger.
Yeah, he's playing both sides of the ball as he did recover that high snap, and he will have a 9-yard pickup on first.
See if they decide to go to the air again. Run game did work pretty well for them on that last drive.
It will be a draw, but there is nothing going as it looked like the whole offensive line kind of just watched that happen.
There was about 4 Gales in the backfield immediately. Pretty much had a free run at Verdun.
Yeah, you saw you saw the tackle happening. I just looked at the O-line just with their hands on their hips, watching him get gang tackled there by about 4 green shirts.
Offense stays on the field for BM.
And now BM's kind of going for broke here, as this is 3rd and 5 or 6. Like,
not too sure about this one.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Especially with the time left in the second half.
Yeah, you're giving them some field position for sure, but it is complete, and that is big. A very gutsy call there.
But yeah, late second quarter, you just caught the turnover to stop the Gales. You go for it on 3rd.
I mean,
works out.
It worked, yeah. I wouldn't have done that, but
I don't think very many people would have done that. But BM did that, and it did work.
Yeah, it did work out. So we will see them on a fresh set of downs. It'll be Cullen looking, and that'll fall incomplete. What I noticed about Cullen, though, is I don't think he scans the whole field. He kind of just stares down one receiver and commits to that throw.
I don't know if you saw 24 Griffin was pretty upset with something on that right side of the field.
Stops clock with 70 seconds to go in the second quarter.
Not too sure.
So 1:10 left here. It'll be 2nd and 10. Cullen, they'll set up a screen, and not where you want to go, as that play is absolutely wrapped up.
I don't know if you saw that. If you looked on the right side of the field, Griffin has his body already turned before the ball was even snapped. So if you wanted to predict a screen, that was quite predictable.
Yeah, it was probably pretty easy to predict, and we will see this ball being punted away.
I wouldn't be surprised with that last play call on 3rd. This is 3rd and a while, unlike the 3rd and 5 they just had, if they fake the punt.
That, I mean, last year we've seen a lot of fake punts. So it wouldn't be shocking. Honestly, I am not sure what they're doing here. It looks like it'll be Griffin to punt. It's a high punt. It'll be fielded by Magyar Santin, and he'll be brought down at the 40-yard line. Looks like there's some confusion, as that's Kobe Griffin over there. He doesn't know what is going on.
I'm almost I think Kobe Griffin was put out there to fake the punt, because we know Gayen's kicked for them, and we know Corbett's kicked for them. We haven't seen Kobe Griffin kick for them. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I very, very curious as to what's going on that BM sideline, because there is There's a lot of confusion on that offensive possession, going for it inside your own 20 on 3rd and 5, though that did work out, and then that punt was a little bit of a mess as they will start at the 40-yard line. 50 seconds to go here, and we will see a full house once again. It is another run play, spinning off a tackle, now trucking his way over the 35 is Ben Body.
In that full house, we see two guys we saw at running back last year, Wagman and Joe, who were pretty successful at taking the ball up the middle.
Yeah, as they set up blocks for Body, they'll only pick up 5, as we've seen a lot of success from that full house. This one, just a modest gain, as it'll be 2nd and 5 upcoming.
And we'll see it again here.
That's another run to Body, but that is stopped. That's Spencer Verdun off the edge, bringing up 3rd.
Spencer Verdun thinking like a running back, swallows up Body. That will stop the game.
And yeah, that does stop that drive. Oh, nope, they're going to stay out here.
3rd down now, 26.
Might just be a change of personnel, as it looks like 2 receivers are coming in for Joe and Wegman.
I believe that is Robinson, one of their top targeted receivers last week.
Yep, he's had a touchdown catch today, as he'll line up on this near side.
Look at that matchup. He likes going to Robinson. Garvin does.
Garvin's going to look. That'll be caught. Keon Robinson on a comeback route. It'll be a 1st down.
Dale's good on that 3rd down. Robinson on the catch.
See if they bring out the kicking unit here.
GCVI on the 31.
I believe we saw Magyar Stanton knock back a decent, I'd say medium distance kick. I believe is around a 40-yarder. Or sorry, not a 40-yarder, a 30-yarder last game. So he's capable of kicking from around this area. I don't think they're going to go to him, though.
Wouldn't be surprised if we saw a shot to the end zone here. Or even a run to Body.
Yeah, because he could break out some long runs, maybe find his way to the end zone. We'll see. It looks like a pass-heavy personnel as they will go to the air. That's a shot to Keon Robinson. He's got separation, falls incomplete. 1.2 to go. That was 1st, though, so they could maybe try to take another shot.
Still 1 second left.
Kobe Griffin on the coverage there.
Great coverage there.
Yeah, Robinson did get a step, but he kind of stayed with him and made sure he couldn't catch that football. Wouldn't be shocked if they go to Keon Robinson again, as they've been really targeting him.
Him and Collins definitely the 2 best receivers on this team. With McIntyre, you can't forget about him, but he's mostly used
on those sweeps,
which he does very successfully.
Yeah, they're around 26 yards out. Robinson will flip over to the far side now. I think they're just trying to find a matchup for him. There is a blitz coming there. That's Verdun there. It's incomplete as Verdun came with the pressure.
A ton of pressure coming down on Peyton Garvin.
So that will take us to halftime. The Celtics putting up the most recent score on the board, but still a 21-point lead there for GC.
And we are back for a quick sec. It is the potato sack race here.
Yeah, this never really goes well. I believe last week we had somebody in a varsity jacket just buzz to the finish line, as he was the only real successful participant in the potato sack race. But we will see what goes down here.
I believe this is for a $10 McDonald's gift card.
Yeah, there's some stakes on the line here.
Sounds good enough to me. 3, 2.
As we will start up and go. Maybe a few false starts there, but
Oh,
we have
and
one
we got
girl
a huge.
right
Oh my
out to the
God,
lead. She is flying.
this is
No,
ridiculous.
like what is this on the far side though? Just
Far side, not
running?
even gonna finish the race. That's
Nah,
just straight up
disappointing.
disrespectful.
I don't like to see
And
that.
that is disgusting act right there.
You can't.
Take off the potato sack. Looks like we do have an injury.
Yeah, that's not what you like to see, an injury in a potato sack race. As she's just standing there at midfield, grabbing the legs, I believe.
And it looks like she's gonna go down.
Got some concern here at midfield. Potato sack race, I believe this is the first injury we've had as a result of it, and no real contact was made.
Looks like she might walk out on her own power.
That's what you like to see.
She does get out of the potato sack. That's a good sign.
Yeah, got to get the potato sack off.
And I think she just got a free gift card. I'm not too sure. Still on the field. Still hasn't moved. This is definitely concerning.
So yeah, the potato sacks are gone, for sure.
Every down, pass, rush, and kick brings us closer together. This is how we play. Here is why we play. It takes a team to play football, and it takes Football Canada to help keep amateur players in the game, from playgrounds to stadiums.
Where exceptional student athletes are born, where records are broken, where great plays are made, where school colors ignite passion, where champions prevail, where tradition is celebrated, Ontario University Athletics.
Hi, I'm Mac,
And I'm Justin.
and we are strength conditioning coaches with the Griffin Performance Academy.
And this is your performance tip of the day. So when discussing core training, we can think of two different things. The core can either resist or prevent motion, or it can be helpful in terms of creating motion and transferring force. So in this movement, Mac's going to do a med ball side toss. From here, Mac's going to transfer the load from his lower body through his core into his arms. He's using that rotational component to train the core and develop power through his entire body. We can train the core to resist motion. Here, Mac is doing a anti-rotation pal-off hold from a half kneeling position. The band is trying to pull him in a rotational pattern while he tries to resist. So he's creating as much tension as he can through his torso in order to prevent that motion.
And we're back for the start of the second half here. Not exactly a tight game, but Bishop Mac has a little bit of momentum as they have the most recent score. It is 28-7.
Yeah, GC's missed some opportunities in this game to put points up, but BM's done a nice job quietly at stopping those opportunities, but GC's pretty much just dominated this game. And it started right from the first kickoff.
Yeah, I mean, the first kickoff, just a return on a squib kick is a little bit crazy to see, but that's what we saw to start this game off. And then we saw them put another score up. They had a pick as well. They've been all over the field, but still, BM at the end of this half, or at the end of the first half, they had a pretty good showing with their touchdown.
It looks like there was some frustration on the last drive by BM. I'm not really too sure how that will affect the outcome of the rest of this game, but there was some.
Yeah, we did see them pick up a first on 3rd and 5 within their own 20-yard line, but still that drive did end up with a lot of confusion, a punt from a player who I don't believe is supposed to punt for them. I don't know, it was a very confusing drive.
I'm not sure where the captains are meeting. Don't usually see this at the start of the second half, but they will be.
All right, fans, almost time for the second half. Celtics back to receive. GCVI will kick off.
So BM will start with the ball, and we did see a return on the first kickoff of the game. Maybe something crazy here from BM to spark something.
No.
Probably not.
No, I don't think so. Unless they decide to squib kick it.
Yeah, squib kick's the most likely returnable kick in D10, maybe, not any other football league. So looks like we will have GC to kick it off here.
I imagine they will try to kick this as far as possible. Returners are Kobe Griffin, Spencer Verdun, and I believe Devin Corbett.
And they will punt this. It's a line, or sorry, kick this. It's a line drive kick.
Oh, and he muffed it.
Corbett will pick it up, backtracking in his own end zone. He's going to bring it out. A nice set of moves, but will only bring him to the 15-yard line. That is very less than ideal starting position.
Don't forget they could have gotten the ball on the 35, elected to return the kick. And that kind of backfired.
So yeah, starting on the 14, hemmed up near their own end zone. Do you see them go run heavy here?
Yeah, BM, wow. Their run game's worked. I want to see them run the ball more. Verdun's done a great job on the ground. Their passing game, they've had their moments, but mostly it's been interceptions.
Cullen's going to shade off an evader, but will still be sacked around the 9. I'm not sure what that play design was there. Maybe a little bit of a broken play.
In the backfield by Pedro Ozuna Rodriguez for the sack. Make that second and long with 11:20.
So 11:20 remaining here early on. And a punt here for BM would pretty much drain any possible momentum they had going into the half. They've got to pick up around 15. Short drop. Cullen puts that ball up. It hung up in the air as there was 2 GC pass rushers hitting him in the process.
He got smoked on the end of that play. And that's why you saw that bad pass. Really didn't know one. I imagine they'll punt, maybe take the safety. We'll see.
I wouldn't be totally opposed to taking the safety here because GC, if you give them the ball around the 40, and they've had some good returns too, so then maybe they can get around the 30. You just don't want to see them start with that great field position, seeing their offense is so potent.
And
that kick will be blocked regardless.
I think Corbett heard the whistle, and he stopped for a minute. I have no idea what's happening right now.
Lots of confusion going on here near the goal line. I have no idea what the confusion is. Maybe it's dead if it went off the goal post, because it did after the block. It ricocheted off the goal post.
See, Corbett, the whistle blew. Corbett after the snap, and Corbett stalled for a minute. He looked around, and then he saw people coming at him and just kicked it. But that whistle definitely confused him.
Yeah.
I think everyone else is confused also.
I think they're just going to redo this kick.
Because a whistle did go, and Corbett did stop.
Yeah, they're just going to redo this kick here.
Confusion following that play. We will redo it.
They move it over to the right hash. I don't believe it was there before.
It was not.
And that won't be a fantastic kick by any means either, as we will see it be recovered by Guthrie. And he's going to come back to the left side, still trying to find some space as he will get close to the 25, maybe just short of there around the 27-yard line.
And this is great field position. But yeah, nice job by Guthrie there. Didn't get too many yards, but did hold on to the ball and picked up a couple.
Yeah, so they'll start at the 27. Good starting position here for GC.
And we did see a lot of that full house.
Yeah, it
last
looks like
time
the
GC.
personnel's here to go to it. They won't. It'll be a sweep to McIntyre. He's got so much room
And
there.
again, first play of the second half, they go right back to the sweep.
And he gets inside the 10-yard line, maybe around the 7 or 8.
As I was saying before, that full house formation was working. They did not go back to it here on first down, but they do go to that sweep, which we usually see at the start of the second half from the Gales.
Yeah, so that's a good pickup. It'll be first and goal from the 6-yard line. So now BM, it's pretty much another situation where you kind of need a turnover here.
They have got 2 turnovers today. Jack Schonecker on the strip sack, and then I believe it was Wessinger.
They're going to run right up the middle, and Body's going to be tripped up just short. I thought he was sent to the end zone there pretty much with a massive hole, but he will be tackled.
That was Rory Collins with the stop. Nice job by him. Grabbed a shoelace, brought Body down.
So they're set up at the 2 after that score-saving tackle.
Wagman is in the game.
Wouldn't be disappointed to see the full house here, as they
And
will go in the full house. It'll be a run. Body will make his way pretty easily into the end zone, and that will be 34-7 as GC will regain their 4-score lead.
We're looking to make it 35 with the kick. 9:12 to go in the third quarter.
And GC's come out hot in both these two first drives in the start of the game, and now here at the start of the second half. And that's something BM hasn't really done, come out hot.
Yeah, they've really only had success at the end of the second quarter. So, yeah, their starts to the half and the game have been not great. As that kick will go up and through, up and through. So it will be a 28-point ball game. And BM here, they'll start at the 35. And we saw still a lot of passing, which they came out with, which ended up into a punt. You go back to the ground. I mean, Verdun has been still pretty good here, but the runs have gotten a little bit predictable, their draws.
Yeah, they've ran a couple of draws. I wouldn't mind seeing more of the run game. The pass game really has had no success.
No, not really.
A couple of plays and positive yardage, but mostly it's been intercepted.
Actually, Verdun isn't even on the field. So, pretty likely they're going to be going to the passing game here.
With Jack Schonecker in at running back.
Yeah, here's Cullen scrambling to his right. He's going to throw. That's complete. Corbett there trying to evade a tackle.
And the ball's out.
9. The ball is out. Still out. And did he recover that out of bounds? No, that is GC ball. And that was, I believe, Johnny Wegman. Yes, it was who recovered that. And that fumble was out forever.
I'm not sure. I definitely saw that was clearly out. Not sure who knocked it out, but a lot of people had an opportunity to pick that up, and Wegman comes up with it. And that's just bad news for the Celtics again.
Yeah, after a good pickup there, they would have been leading to a 2nd and 1, which is definitely manageable for any team.
Parker Cullen did a great job. Got out of the pocket. Thought he might run, but he found a man on the run. That was Devin Corbett. He made a couple people miss, but then got the ball punched out at the end. And now GC has a chance to extend their lead to 35 with a touchdown.
It's a sweep to McIntyre. He has some room now, bouncing off a few tackles. He will get... Oh, he took a hit there, but just short of the 35-yard line.
I think he delivered that hit. Jordan Valdez gets clobbered there at the end of the play.
Yeah, I thought he was on the receiving end there as I saw a big collision, but yeah, maybe you're right. I don't know.
He definitely just dropped the shoulder at the end of that play.
So the sweep has been successful to McIntyre. We'll see if they use it again this drive. They'll fake the sweep here. It'll be a run to Joe right up the middle as he is still going, picking up a first down. Solid run for him.
Finally see one of those other backs. We keep talking about Wagman and Joe. Joe gets it this time, and he gets a good gain and picks up the first down also.
Yeah, so they'll be down to the 24-yard line.
And they have given that sweep to McIntyre quite a bit. Watch him motion across. Along with other receivers will motion across there. They might not get it, but they do like to motion someone across there almost every play. I imagine it will come here, and it won't.
Yeah, they will snap the ball here. Garvin looking for some room on the run. Finds his man Collins. Nice throw on the run there from Garvin. We do have a flag. He was tackled down at the 10.
And man is down, I believe.
Player down on the field.
But right off the bat there, the Celtics got pretty good pressure because McIntyre did beat his man clear across the field. Garvin just had too much pressure in his face and couldn't find him.
Yeah, it was good on him to roll out to his right and find Collins, which is a tough throw on the run.
And I'm not sure what this flag is for, and it's holding.
So that will bring that right back. Wait, sorry. Hold on. They're going to move him. I'm not sure with this ball placement. It must have been something at the end of the play because they only moved that ball up 2 yards. And it'll be 1st and 10. So.
But didn't he get tackled at like the 10?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure
no
whatsoever what is going on with that, but what we're situated with is a 1st and 10 at the 22. That's all I got from that, as Garvin will drop back, throwing lots of contact there from the defensive back.
I thought that was pretty clear.
Yeah, I mean, I don't call for that many penalties, but that was pretty clear cut, as they're looking for Keon Robinson in the back of the end zone.
The fact that he stopped while the ball was still in the air to look at the ref, who was right there.
I'm shocked that hole didn't rip his shirt. Like, he had a good hold of him on that far side. Just kind of tugging on, dragging himself with Keon Robinson, who was looking for that call.
These cornerbacks have done a pretty nice job, though. Robinson's been targeted about 3 times on that fade outside, near the 20-yard line. It's been pretty much one-on-one because the safety hasn't come across too many times.
It'll be a sweep, McIntyre, and once again he's got some room. Just bowls over somebody, but he'll only be short. Yeah, he'll be short. Tackled around the 15.
And I imagine the offense will stay out here. And they're going to bring in Wagman and I believe
that's
Anakin Guthrie, yeah.
So, yeah, they're bringing out Robinson and James Vorvis as well.
And Guthrie can make some people miss. We've seen that as he has 2 touchdowns today.
Yeah, it's going to be a full house with him as the tailback. This play will be blown dead. They did intend to give it to Guthrie.
Yeah, Guthrie has 2 touchdowns. Neither of them on the offensive side of the ball. Has an interception and a kick returned for a touchdown. And I believe it was a timeout for the Celtics.
So, yeah, maybe they just didn't like the personnel out there because they've really never stopped the full house.
I wouldn't be surprised if they were just tired. Look at their bench. Most of these guys are playing both sides of the ball. They're pretty tired. That's what I imagine it was for.
Yeah, also, I mean, I think everyone on that Celtics bench has touched the field at this point, where GC has multiple subs that don't need to touch the field. They've got that luxury, of having a whole second unit, where BM's just the exact opposite.
I've never heard about anyone talk Eagles this long about when I went. They're on like their first string.
And it is 3rd and 4th. I mean 3rd and 4.
So the full house once again. It'll be a play action. He's got Wegman wide.
Oh, and he dropped it.
That football. And that was on 3rd down as well, so BM will get the ball back.
Collins was also wide open on that play, but Wagman would have had a touchdown. He just dropped it, got a little too anxious, and the defense will come out now for the Gales.
I mean, not how they probably imagined that stop to happen, BM, but that's how they will get their stop. So BM will roll out trying to get a score here, down 28, as this doesn't look like the first unit here for the Gales. That pass will fall incomplete.
Yeah, a lot of the D-line and I don't see Guthrie out there, who's had a great game so far.
Yeah, lots of second stringers in here for GC, as they've got a pretty healthy lead here, and BM's offense hasn't looked like they're up to too much.
Second down.
Oh, actually.
Cullen will hand this ball off, and that will be absolutely wrapped up by two Gales.
I believe that was Newen and Wagman.
Yeah, Newen and
both
Wagman.
in on the stop. I'm pretty sure Newen got there first, and then Wagman finished it off.
Yeah, I think I made this comment earlier. That whole offensive line was kind of just turned around watching those two bust into the backfield, because the offensive line hasn't done too much to help for Dunn on the
They
run
have
game.
created some good holes, but I think that was because of the draw where it looks like they're passing quick handoff.
And that is not the best punt either, as it'll be picked up by Magyar Santon. He will get off a tackle, spinning it out to the 30, and he will go out of bounds just before the 25-yard line. And that is some absolute fantastic field position for GC. We'll see. Yeah, Garvin is still in the game. Probably some different receivers, I would assume. You don't need to have your first unit out here. With 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter, they're up 28. And they've had so many chances in the red zone when they've gone for it in third down. They could have picked up field goals as well.
I believe Reese Collins, one of their top receivers, is still out there. Garvin is still out there. Same with McIntyre.
Actually, there's quite a few of the starters out here on this receiving personnel for sure, as Garvin will take the snap on first. He will look to his left. That'll be caught by Vorvis. Nice tackle there. Just short of the first, I believe.
James Vorvis on the catch. Just short of the first down.
So it'll be second and just short. It's only Joe in the backfield. We haven't seen Ben Body really in this second half. Looks like they'll try to sneak this here. Garvin will push his way forward for a very nice gain.
I think he got about 5 yards on that sneak. Don't see that very often.
Peyton Garvin with a rare 5-yard gain on the QBC. Move the chains. First and 10 from the 11-yard line.
So approaching the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter, GC has really just dominated the second half. Only putting one score up, though. That was very early in the quarter. Here's Garvin. He'll look end zone. He's got a man. Magyar Santon wide open. That'll be caught for a touchdown.
Garvin to Magyar
Safety
Santon,
almost got there to
another
break it up, but
touchdown.
Santon brings that in, and
Fantastic hookup.
now it is 41-7 Gales.
Number 21 in green.
Yeah, that's a pretty tall task, that Celtics offense, who hasn't had much going to come back from this, as we will see a PAT attempt upcoming. So we've seen some like wide open receivers. Have you seen anything really botchy in the coverage? I mean, there's been some receivers that have had multiple squares of the end zone to themselves. That one, the safety could have come over there, but
he made a nice play, but he was out of position to start with. So
a line drive kick. I believe it is good. Yep, 42-7 now. Sitting around the 3-minute mark.
Long line drive makes it 42-7.
42-7, third quarter.
That is a 35.
Yeah, this is a pretty dominant performance here from the Gales.
I'd say so.
BM will take over on the 35-yard line. Good job, Scott. I was going to say a victory, but I guess the game's not over.
Oh, we saw it before it started.
So it'll be Cullen here with the single back being Verdun. It'll be a throw over the
Could have
middle.
been picked off.
Yeah, that quick hitter over the middle to Fenoro hasn't really worked. It's worked about once.
And the worst part about it is he's not really giving him time. He's trying to find him. And you can get your head taken off on those.
Yeah, that's a dangerous pass. I mean, if you're the safeties for GC, you could just kind of sit there and that ball's been pretty much overthrown every time.
You've seen it so many times.
Yeah, it's very predictable, and that could be picked off pretty easily.
A lot of
there'll be
pressure.
Cullen. Yeah, he cannot get anything off. There is two Gales in there. And that will bring this Celtic drive right to a standstill as there was so much pressure coming.
Yeah, two guys just right off the bat there. Cullen didn't really have anything.
No, you can't really blame him, as it is pretty tall task here for a fake punt or anything crazy on third, as they are set back around 27 yards.
Realistically, you have nothing to lose at all. The clock is running.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Try it. Maybe you can use it next week.
Yeah, I mean, also their punts really have been returned for very good gains. That's a low snap. That's a good punt, though. It'll still be fielded at the 50. Nice move. And still going is Magyar Santin. And he will catch another body getting over the 20, around the 18-yard line.
Magyar Santin with a catch, juke, jive, run.
And the clock will run here. And it is still the third quarter. 42-7.
Yeah, it's I mean, the
Game-
scoreboard really shows what's going on this game.
Game started off with an Anakin Guthrie returned touchdown off the kickoff.
Yeah.
Kick was squibbed.
Yeah,
Then Anakin Guthrie again responded with another, his own. Again,
Like-
taking it to the house
yeah,
on a pick six.
I think that first play really showed what this game would be all about, as there's another pass complete for Garvin. And he is still going.
It's Carter Robinson on the catch. Haven't seen him today.
Garvin's loving it as he ran in and jumped on his receiver there after that catch. It'll be first down from the 4-yard line, first and goal.
You got to give BM some credit. Some of these guys are playing both sides of the ball, and they're still going.
Yeah, no, I'd be gassed for sure because those guys look
They got their
pretty
backups.
tired.
And BM doesn't even really have backups.
Yeah, they're backups. They only have backups for maybe a few positions. Garvin now. He has a wide open receiver.
This
That
time
is
Wagman
Wagman.
catches it. Saw that. Saw him drop a touchdown. That's Wagman's second of the night.
So that's 48-7. This is
Awesome.
yeah. This is not the most competitive game you will see.
And Wagman's done that maybe. That's the third time he's done that in the red zone, and he would have had a third touchdown if he could have caught the ball. And they still haven't picked up on it.
Yeah, I mean, the flat has been absolutely wide open, and I think you got to make some sort of adjustment maybe to just look like you're covering it at the very least. Like, he could build a campfire and stay the night in those flats because there is absolutely no blue shirts there as that kick is
they blocked
blocked.
the kick.
That's a positive play for BM. That's what you like to see.
And that will be the end of the third quarter.
I believe that was Elliot Merriman who got the block. So it's 48-7. And maybe that block kick could turn the tide for a little bit of a comeback here.
Yeah, okay.
Just maybe. Definitely I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here in
You
the
want to take
fourth
some
quarter.
positives out of this. You're down by a lot. At least maybe go get a touchdown for pride. Get your offense rolling. Get some confidence going into next week.
Yeah, they have scored a touchdown offense, which is positive.
That was a nice drive, too. Strip sack by Jack Schonecker. Ran the ball a couple times with success, which should have been a sign that we should run the ball.
Yeah, but they haven't really opted to run the ball that much. I'm not sure why. It's probably been the best thing that's gone for them on offense. I guess maybe if they don't want to be one of those predictable D10 teams that only run the ball, as we will see a run to Verdun. That'll bounce out. He's on that far side over midfield. And he
dropped the ball.
Dropped the ball, though. It'll be picked up by GC. A long run there for BM. And, yeah, I think that's GC ball.
That's probably been the bright spot of this team, but just fumbles the ball up there. He has had ball security problems today.
Yeah.
But that was a hard run, and that was a positive play.
No, that was a great run. It looked jammed up. He bounced to the outside. Big gain. Just, yeah, other than his ball security issues, he's been great today. But he's lost too many fumbles.
And after that run, he's back out on the field.
Oh, yeah, I'll give it to him. I think he's been in on every single play.
He's had a sack. He's blown up some plays.
Yeah.
He's done a great job on defense.
He's had a good game. I mean, we haven't really seen this BMD line. We haven't really seen anyone really get past their block into the backfield except for Verdun.
Jack Schonecker did that on the strip sack, but that's about it.
And that will be a good tackle there. Looks like he got to around the 40, just back to the line of scrimmage. So that'll be Hudson Drew under center there for GC, as no need to have Garvin still in there.
Especially with the score being what it is. Clock is running.
So it'll be 2nd and 9 now. It'll be a run play for Drew, but he will be just short of the 45, and that will be a good stop for the BM Celtics. They should get the ball back here.
Himself picks up a couple of yards, bringing up 3rd down and 6. 9:21 to go in the football game.
And now back to return this kick will be Kobe Griffin.
And I believe Devin Corbett will join him back there.
We'll have 2 returners there for BM. And they just need something on special teams to go their way for maybe just another positive. Because on special teams, they've had some returns. They've had some poor punts.
They did block a kick, though.
That is true. I did forget about that. They did block that most recent PAT, as there is
just
very
a terrible
poor punt. It'll be fielded by Guthrie. There is a flag. And it'll be down at the 50. So multiple flags down there. I'm not sure what the result of this is going to be.
It's GC ball, onside kick.
Wow. I don't think that was intentional. Was that intentional?
Well, that adds to Guthrie's great game.
Yeah, wow. I mean, that's crazy that GC catches that break. I mean, that was a very poor kick. I mean, so Guthrie's always lined up back there. I didn't know why until then. So he's just lining there, up there, I believe, in case the kick is what just happened, right?
Shanked.
Yeah, that was a very poor kick, but he fielded that, and he was behind the punter there.
And I'm not sure many people on BM even knew that.
No, yeah, I mean, I didn't for sure, as I was shocked as what just happened. But yeah, that just adds to his resume of what he's done this game for sure. And that is a poor snap. It'll be picked up by Joe. Verdun was there in the backfield. Joe is still going. He will be stopped just short of the line of scrimmage, maybe losing 1 or 2 there.
If there's one bad thing GC is going to take away from this game, it's their snapping.
Yeah, they've had a few. I mean, I believe they turned the
lost
ball
a
over.
fumble on a high snap.
Yeah, otherwise it's been a real clinic, but that's really been the only negative you could take away from them this game. Their turnovers maybe, as well as did have that strip sack, but that was only one real turnover. They've had a pretty good game.
And that did result into BM's only points. That was a great job by them, but for them, there's nothing really to look at that you can say we did well besides that one drive.
So this is a sweep here. It'll be eaten up by Fenoro.
Maxim Lozovic on the carry.
So it'll be Maxim Lozovic that was on that sweep, as pretty much every skill position starter for GC is out of the football game. So it'll be 3rd and 11 as BM will force that stop there. Looks like no one is lined up on side behind the punter here. And that is a pretty good punt. It'll be picked up by Kobe Griffin. He has a few blocks. He'll be tripped up around the 30-yard line, and that's where BM will start.
24 in blue and white. Stop just shy of the 30-yard line. First down Celtics, 5:20 to go.
And the Celtics offense will trot out again. And all I'm thinking is, this BM team must be exhausted.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too much energy come from that sideline. Obviously, I mean, you're down this big, but also you really only have a few people on the sideline, multiple people playing both sides of the ball. It's really tough to have such a small bench and compete, especially seeing how many people GC have on their sideline, as that is a high snap, rolling to his right and firing is Cullen, and that'll be incomplete. Intended for Tyler Grodinger, and that'll be second
Not
down.
sure he was in coverage there, but he was all over him. Didn't give him an inch. I believe that was Jacob Henning. And that will bring up 2nd and 10 for this BM offense.
Yeah, the clock is now running after the incompletion.
And a little confusion here. Just look on that left side.
Yeah, it's going to be a draw, as it'll be wrapped right up. And the draw is definitely not working anymore, as it's been red pretty much every single time, other than the first few times they tried it, as Verdun will be wrapped up.
Sorry, Zuno Rodriguez has also had a pretty good game there. At nose tackle, he's broken up some of these runs. And he's just filling the gap there.
Yep, he's doing a good job for GC, as BM will look to punt it away.
And if we saw a fake, would not be shocked.
No, might as well just like try something, maybe. I don't know, do something crazy.
When they communicate like that down there, I always suspect it.
Yeah, I mean, Kobe Griffin's lining up on side. Yeah, it is a fake. Maybe it's just due to the high snap, but that'll be stopped by the Gales, and they will take over.
Gained, I think, no yards.
Forced to run out football following the high snap. Unfortunately, cannot pick it up.
I think that was designed, seeing Griffin was outside, and he did run with them. I think they were supposed to pitch it to Kobe Griffin, though.
Yeah, maybe like an option. Either way, GC will have pretty good starting field position. So we've reached the 3-minute warning here, as the clock will keep running. It won't matter too much. And it looks like it'll be a quarterback keeper here as that'll be brought right down for a loss of about 7.
That's Zach Wessinger.
Zach
He's had a
Wessinger
decent
on
game
the
for BM,
snap.
one of the bright spots.
He's been all right, as it'll be 2nd and 17 upcoming.
Pardon me, a loss of 7 on the play.
So 2 minutes, 15 seconds left in this game. 2nd and 17?
I believe, yep.
See, we haven't really seen this new quarterback pass. And I don't think we'll see it here. Ooh,
No, we
do.
will see it. It is not a great pass. I don't believe it was backwards, no. So that'll bring up 3rd down.
Wayward pass falls incomplete. 3rd down, 1:45 to go.
So we got a 3rd and very long. I'm not sure what we're going to see here. Probably a punt.
Imagine we'll see a punt, maybe a rouge.
If you can get it up or get it all the way back to the end zone.
It's about a 50-yard punt. He steps into it 45. Maybe
It'll
with the
be-
bounce.
It'll be
Verdun muffs the
muffed
ball.
by Verdun.
And I'm pretty
I
sure
think he
GC
jumped
recovered
back
that.
on it.
Nope, BM's got it.
Now your Saints punt goes
So we will run the clock as the teams will change ends here. Probably only 1 or 2 more plays going here in this game before we have the 7 o'clock game.
Wouldn't be surprised if GC just puts the knee down here.
It's not yet. It's might as well just get out of this one. But yeah, the story of this game has really been GC. I mean, the most standout player has probably been Anakin Guthrie. He's been unreal with, he had a pick 6, another pick. He had the kick return. He did recover that onside punt. He's been all over the place. That is a screen play.
Making a couple people miss there is Griffin.
And
Don't think it will be enough for the first,
yeah,
but
we should
it's
just
awfully
have
close.
one more play here.
Kobe Griffin making a few Dales miss. That will bring us to the conclusion of this football game. GCVI with the convincing 48.
Yeah, I believe they have to run one more play here.
They are the top-ranked football team. Hang tight. Stand by.
So yeah, we really saw a tale of 2 teams here, the bottom team in D10 and the top team in D10. And the scoreboard definitely represents it, as 48-7 will be the final score. Anything you want to add?
And obviously our McDonald's player of the game will be Anakin Guthrie.
Yeah, all over the field today.
Did it on special teams, tiny bit on offense, and did it on defense.
So we will be back for 7 o'clock for our late game. And stand by. That was a 48-7 point win there for the Gales, as they will keep their first ranked spot here in D10.